Personal mastery number 44. Don't hire a business coach. Don't hire a life coach unless, this has become a billion-dollar industry. And in the last decade, you can't turn without seeing someone saying they're a coach. I've got business leaders, executives, and military, senior NCOs, and general officers that talk to me about helping them, being an advisor or a coach to them. So whatever the word said is, it comes out. It still comes back down to coaching. So there's a lot of coach certification programs out there, and I'm not going to speak negatively about any. But before I get into my list of don't hire a coach unless considerations, as a leadership development talent professional, years ago I had to make a choice. And that was, do I get married and get in bed with a social style, personality style indicator system, as a lot of businesses are in bed with these ones? Do I get connected with Myers-Briggs or Hogan or Strength Finders or DISC or whatever the flavor of the day is or not? And I chose, I'm not going to develop my own instrument. And I want the client to use whichever instrument they're most comfortable with. And I'll give them some suggestions. So I became very comfortable in all of those different index assessment tools are out there in terms of how they really work and don't work, how a person can take that data, how we can align and collaboratively use that data to become bigger and better, more successful. And that's kind of been my same approach with this role of coaching. I get approached on a regular basis to take someone's coaching certification program. And I almost kind of think, do you have any clue who you're talking to? Have you read any of my college textbooks, etc.? So here's what it comes down to. Don't hire a coach if their own LinkedIn profile screams they can't keep a job. I mean, that should be disqualifier number one. I don't care how many coaching certifications they have. And I've got a good friend, and I'm always giving him crap. He has every coaching certification on the planet. I mean, if there's an intergalactic certification for, intergalactic, professional coaches, the guy would go get it. If you look at his resume, he has 9,000 of these things. It's great. He's known in all those industries. But I sometimes ask him, when was the last time you actually had a job? When was the last time you actually signed a payroll check? When was the last time you actually managed a profit and loss statement? When was the last time you actually had employees that did a performance review? When was the last time you actually had a boss you're accountable for? Because, folks, he's never had one. But don't hire someone if their LinkedIn profile screams that they jumped jobs so many times. How could they've learned anything? But yet they're pitching that they know everything. And the reality is you're simply their next paycheck. Don't hire a coach if they've never led a staff or a business enterprise. Don't hire a coach if they've never managed anyone and yet they're giving you management advice. Don't hire if they can't demonstrate that they can't paint a picture of how teams even work. I mean, I got my arch nemesis on LinkedIn and in a public speaking world and on stages. The guy is great. He speaks with an accent. The world's in love with him. He's never done anything. If anyone asks him more than 3 questions, you'll find he loops back to the beginning. So again, be conscious, because I have a lot of real businesses that come to me because of real damage that these other coaches have delivered. So don't hire a coach if they don't have a substantial life resume of accomplishments. Don't hire them if they can't produce a list of current customers. There's another huge clue. Don't hire them if they can't produce a list of clients that are no longer working for them that would still vouch for them. So again, don't hire a coach just because they have coaching certifications, if they also don't have a body of work that aligns with what you need them to do. So you're hiring a coach to accelerate your success. It shouldn't be to repeat their success. You're hiring a coach to accelerate where you're trying to go, not relive where they've been. You don't need to pay someone to keep you where you are. You're investing in someone to make you bigger than who you are. So don't hire a coach if you've got red flashing lights in front of you.